Dante's Boxing Nation. Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So there is just an overflow of talent at 135. And unfortunately for some of these fighters, they're not going to all remain undefeated. Olympic gold medalist Andy Cruz, he wants all the smoke. In fact, he just sent an offer. His people just sent an offer to Abdullah Mason to make a fight. And that would be a huge 50-50 fight. In fact, I would slightly favor Abdullah Mason to win that fight. I don't think Andy Cruz is the same fighter that he was as an amateur. The pros is a complete different sport. Andy Cruz was a Michael Jordan as an amateur. He is not that as a pro. In his last fight against Omar Salcido, he did not look comfortable leading. He looks real good when he's counterpunching, but he rarely took the lead in the fight. I feel like in the second half of that fight, he should have been able to walk down Omar because he was hurting him throughout the fight, but he just did not feel comfortable leading. He kept waiting for Omar to throw a punch first so he could counter. But I will say when he counters with punches and bunches. When it comes to Abdullah Mason, I feel he has the edge in the skill set department over Andy Cruz because Abdullah Mason, he can fight on the front foot. He can do it all. He can back you up. He can outbox you. When he hurts you, he's going to get you out of there. He ain't going to let you cruise to the 12th round. So while that is still a 50-50 fight that can go either way, if you're forcing me to pick someone, I would slightly lean towards Abdullah Mason in a fight like that. But I don't think a fight like that is going to come to fruition right now. First of all, when it comes to the rankings, Abdullah Mason, he's ranked very low. And Andy Cruz, he's ranked top 3 in all of the organizations but one, the WBO, which is coincidentally the belt held by Keyshawn Davis. Andy Cruz, he's ranked number 10 when it comes to the WBO. But he's actually Shakur Stevenson's #1 contender. Now, of course, William Zepeda, he's the interim champion, which basically means he's Shakur's mandatory. But we know William Zepeda, he does not want to fight for that title against Shakur Stevenson, so he'll most likely end up vacating his position. And when he does, Cruz will be Shakur's mandatory. Now, Cruz, he's also ranked number 3 by the WBA. That is Gervonta Tank Davis's belt. William Zepeda is number 1. And I'm telling you guys right now, not only will William Zepeda most likely not fight Shakur Stevenson, he most likely won't fight Gervonta Tank Davis either. And if that is the case, then you have Floyd Schofield ranked number 2 and Andy Cruz is ranked number 3. They might end up having to fight each other to become Gervonta's mandatory. Then you have a really interesting situation when it comes to the IBF. That's Lomachenko's belt. We don't know as of now exactly what Lomachenko is going to do. There's been talks that maybe he's going to end up fighting against Gervonta Tank Davis. At least that's the fight that Bob Arum wants to make. They want to work together with PBC so they can compete with Turki Al-Sheikh. But the fact that Bob Arum and PBC, they want to make that fight between Gervonta and Lomachenko, it doesn't really mean anything because that was the fight that Bob Arum originally wanted to make. But it was Lomachenko who pulled out in negotiations. If you guys recall, before Gervonta fought Lamont Roach, he was supposed to fight Lomachenko. And Bob Arum, he sounded real optimistic about how the way negotiations were going. All of a sudden, Lomachenko, he surprised Bob Arum and everybody else and pulled out of the fight. So right now, Zaire Abdullayev is ranked number 2. Andy Cruz is ranked right behind him. There's nobody ranked at number 1, which makes Abdullayev number 1 and Andy Cruz number 2. Now, I know it will most likely never happen, but can you imagine if we got Lomachenko versus Andy Cruz, 2 Olympic gold medalists fighting against each other? In a perfect world of boxing, we would get all of these fights. But that's not the boxing world that we live in, so we just get what we get. And speaking of the wild, wild west of boxing, I told you guys Abdullah Mason, he's ranked very low. He's actually only ranked by the WBO. He's ranked number 8. But surprisingly, he's ranked above Andy Cruz when it comes to the WBO rankings. So I guess if Abdullah Mason was to take this fight, the winner of this fight is definitely going to be catapulted in the rankings when it comes to Keyshawn's belt, the WBO belt, which might be the reason why Andy Cruz is targeting Abdullah Mason. Here's the post that Andy Cruz put up. I didn't read it, but I put it on the screen earlier in the video. He says, Abdullah Mason fight is easy to make. Tell him to sign it. He's been offered it. So we'll see if Mason responds to this post, and we'll see if he takes the fight. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.